Hi all, Cynthia here. Welcome back with a 12 by 12 layout today, and I'm going to be using this cut file. So this is the cut file I received in my May kit from the Wild Hare kits, and I've just gone through the papers to see what one I think will work with my photos. So I have these two photos here. One is a photo of my husband with a look of amazement on his face, and the other one is the close-up of the apple that he's just picked. So we've been in our house about 19 years we lived here, and that was the very first apple that we have managed to get off our property, and we have a number of apple trees here, and we finally managed to beat the possums to one. I have to say though that we don't particularly cover up the trees to stop the possums, but it was a maze that we happened to just walk past and glance up, and there was a lonely apple sitting on the branch ready to be picked. So we cut it up into three, and we all had a little slice each, so that was nice. So I've just gone through the ephemera pack here, looking to see what I can use. This pack this month, the ephemera pack this month, was quite a good one to be able to use to document this particular occasion. I thought the grow was appropriate, and then a lot of the ephemera pieces spoke about garden and flowers and bloom and all that type of stuff. So it kind of worked. Taken the photos here, and I'm just going to use the packaging here. That was a piece of packaging from Pink Fresh Studio, which just has the stripes on it. I'm going to use that to back one of the photos up, and then I'm going to use this beautiful wood grain also a piece of packaging to back the other one up. I do come in here in a moment, and I do some mixed media on my grow cut file. I do use the distressed oxide inks. I think I use something iced. Can't think what that's called. Spruced ice, or ice spruced, or something along that line. I used the amber and the cracked pistachio, fossilized amber, my favourite colour. I love that colour. So I use these three just with the smooshing technique. So I smushed the pad down onto the mats there, sprayed a little bit of water, then dipped the cut file into it. Found that wasn't quite bright and vibrant enough, and I did want to have a little bit of sheen and glimmer to this page. So I bring out just these cheap watercolour paints, and which are metallic looking, so they have a little bit of a shine to them. And I messily dab some of that over the grow. And I do go to use the yellow, but the yellow's not quite strong enough, not quite bright enough, I think is the word I'm trying to use. So I end up coming back in with more fossilised amber to add some yellow. So I just spray it on the mat, then dip the paintbrush directly into that, and that gives it that yellow touch that I was looking for. Going to pop that up on some, you would normally say fun foam, but mine's not fun foam, it's just leftover chipboard that I use to pop up some of my pieces with. So I use that up and sit that down there. Don't think I make you watch me do all that. Maybe I do. No, there we go. I just use double-sided tape, I dare say, on the other side to help it stick to the page. As I have the branding strip down the bottom, I need to trim a little bit up off the top, and then I'm going to back this one photo up as well to highlight the amazement that we managed to actually get an apple. Then I'm going to come back in here. You already saw that I had a little bit of ephemera picked out. I went through and picked some bits and pieces out, and now I'm just going to see what I can make work where. I think I also come in a moment, and there's on the on the dimensional stickers that come in the pack. There's this beautiful little banner, and I did try to use it on this one, and I brought it back in a couple of times trying to make it work, but it doesn't fit. I have since used it, and you possibly will see that coming up in the next video. Just having this little bee, making a little cluster up there. As you can see, I'm trying to get a little bit of a diagonal flow happening to the page. So the top cluster touches the grow cut file, which touches the photos, which the bottom right hand cluster also touches, so it sort of leads the eye through the page. Pull out one of those little hashtags, metal hashtag paper clips, and just put that on the corner of the grow, so it's hashtag grow. And now I'm just going to stick down the ephemeras that I have out. And then I spend a little bit of time trying to figure out where I'm going to put my journaling that it fits in. I'm pretty sure I do that off camera, but you will see it in the close-up photos. And I just talk about, you know, how we're amazed that we finally get an apple from our tree. Sticking that little one down there. I think I used my hot glue gun to stick that metal clip in place. I just shove a little bit under there, and then I shove the paper clip into the hot glue, and that should be just enough to hold it in place. So what else needs to be glued down? I tap my fingers for a minute thinking about where I'm going to put my journaling. And here's the little banner that I spoke about. Such a cute banner. I did want to use it. It just didn't quite fit anywhere that can make it work. But I do try every place, and I probably try every place a couple of times before I decide nope, it's just not going to work. So I'm loving this kit. It's such a gorgeous kit with full of lots of spring feel to it, I guess you would call it, even though we are in autumn here in Australia. I managed to make it work, and actually we have just now rolled over to winter, so it's quite chilly here. Went to my stash, grabbed out the enamel dots, and have spread a couple of those clusters around. I really want to try to use that up. As you see, I have a big container full of them there. I want to use them up, and that's pretty much it. Journaling to do, and I'm done. Lots of close-up photos. As always, I hope you enjoyed the process. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I love reading all your comments. And if you're not already, feel free to subscribe. Until next time, everyone have a lovely day, a lovely week, or a lovely month, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.